Good morning. Change in my pocket, going jangling. I wanna call you on the telephone, baby. Give you a ring. Ooh. Pluto, Aquarius. Our aqua babies there. And 8 infinite symbols. Don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. There's something going on here with this. This song's been big this year. You know I'm still your lover boy. I still feel the same way. Me a story about free milk and a cow. No kissy. My honey nut, baby, don't put my love up on the shelf. Hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. It's real funny. Go ahead and fast forward through the song. You guys don't want me singing this song. It's bad. It was one of my favorite songs. It's Georgia Satellites, Hand to Yourself. Old school there. But I just get this strong message about that, I think, is the hardest part of the divine journey. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm not going to call it Twin Flame Journey anymore. I'm going to call it the divine journey, right? The hardest part of being a divine energy is you draw a lot of attention, right? And for females, it's kind of scary, right, to draw that much attention. But for guys, they use it to their advantage. So when they bump into their divine counterparts, they're so ego driven that they're like, I attract all females. This is just another female. And then it messes up their whole dynamic when you make them kind of bump their player ways and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm at? I don't know why that movie, The Best Man, keeps popping up on my thing too. You got a journey here for a masculine, right? There's some new beginnings happening for this person, right? Something they've been working on, a harvest about to come in for them, right? They've been calculating this for a long time. They feel driven by the stars, right? Towards this feminine. Intuition can't stop them at this point, or intuition is extremely strong at this point, and they are at a precipice or a crossroads, right? Oh, I get the sense that you make this person stutter, or you make them extremely nervous. Make them extremely nervous. They stutter. They get tongue tied. They trip. They drop stuff more. And they're not used to that, right? Because they like to be the suave one in the situation. Let's see. You got anything to say before we get started? What kind of attitude are we dealing with? What kind of energy? Men need to be loved. Women need to be wanted. Yes, and you can't make your woman feel wanted if you're looking at other women, right? Tie a knot in the rope, trying to hold, but there's nothing to grab, so I let go. Don't get distracted. They know you let go. They know they made themselves hard to hold on to. They don't want you to get with anybody else, though. Well, here it goes, right? What? I want to be able to sleep with other people. I don't want you to. And they haven't felt that way, I don't think, in a long time, right? I'm so sorry about my mocking ass voices. He's probably second husband nuts. You think you got problems? What are you supposed to do if you're a manically depressed robot? Mm. She paints her face to hide her face. Her eyes is deep water. It's not for a geisha. It's not for a geisha to feel. A geisha is an artist of the floating world. She dances, she sings, she entertains you, whatever you want. The rest is just shadows. The rest is just secrets. When a child speaks, listen. I get that there's an energy of a younger person, could have been a child, talk to this person, right? They're like, dude, you don't understand. She's different too. What? He's like, she's different too. What? When you guys are together, you're different. Like, you guys don't act like yourselves. You act like different people. Why? And then the kids are like, why the hell are you doing that, right? Why are you making it confusing? What the hell is going on here? Yeah, someone pooped their shoe. Someone stepped in it. Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, I have made my way here to the castle beyond the Godland city. Go ahead, punk, make my day. Would you still be you if we weren't we? You have to put your past behind you if you ever want to move forward. Someone stepped in it. Someone stepped in it, and then when they stepped in it, they called their divine counterparts bluff. And their divine counterpart was like, "You think I can't get attention other places? Excuse me, really? You think I can't? Okay." Your divine counterpart will call your bluff every time. What? They're your mirror. It's the point. Definitely got that mother energy again. We got Celtic, we got Galactic. This is the Celtic Nordic starseed that we got going on here. There's something going on, definitely. Past life traumas around motherhood and money. I don't know if you guys have ever read that book, The Forest House. If you haven't, you have to. If you've read The Mist of Avalon, you have to read The Forest House. It's a prequel to it. It's where, that's the book I must have, I was probably like 10 or 11 when I read it. Don't let that dissuade you. I read Lord of the Rings around that age too, so. And The Mist of Avalon. And most of Anne Rice's books. I was a dork. I am a dork. I'm trying to hide it now. I got Lord of the Rings again for Christmas this year. Never gets old. Always exciting. I hate losing books. Alright, we got Blinded to the Pain, A Triumph of Lies, and Perchance to Dream. Someone would rather sleep through what's going on now than deal with it. They're blinding themselves to the pain. There's been a triumph of lies about them. Then I just get it. There's just this energy of chuck it in the fucking bucket, right? Coming off this one energy. It's like, I'm just gonna pretend like it doesn't hurt. I look great. I look fabulous, right? You like my jewelry, right? It's not really jewels. Those are parasites and flies, right? Feeding on the cuts of this person. They're feeding on this person's pain, right? Got the triumph of lies here. It's all just illusions and masks and fakeness, right? And this person, right, sleep perchance to dream, would rather sleep away or daydream or distract themselves than deal with the lies or the pain. Let's see what we got. Let's get a 3D45 to see what's going on here. It's hard for a lot of starseeds with the money aspect of it, especially the feminines for some reason. You got Queen of Wands here in the middle. You also got the King of Pentacles. Because if you're from times from before money, then that's not what you focused on manifesting, right? So it's like what? It's just like what you can't manifest. I don't say can't. It's just you struggle to manifest money, but you're drowning in crystals, right? You don't even have to pay for them. They just come to you, right? Type of energy. I'm going to be better at manifesting stuff. Think about it. Who's more prone to do things like couponing and Groupon? $99 down here. Someone is highly focused on their wish fulfillment here on the 40. Alright, there's a ton of Aquarius energy in here, right? We've got Star card on... That's the 31. Yeah, on the 3D and the 40 here. We got, I said precipice here, right? Someone is on the precipice, right? You got this in the middle, right? You got this Prince of Pentacles in the middle, right? It's like, ha, welcome. Welcome to the Matrix. Welcome to the illusion. Whatever you want to call it. Welcome to the, what is it? Not illusion. Hologram. Welcome to, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the new reality, right? Isn't this interesting, right? We had to find a way to get people to believe in magic without telling them that it was magic, right? So we explained it in energy terms. And then when people still didn't get it, we explained it in gamer terms, and what? Bam, hook, line, and sinker. We got a whole bunch of people on board. Good job. All right, so someone's on this verge of realizing what they can manifest, right? You have got a ton of oppression and wheels about to be turning for this person, right? This person is like, you have the universe spinning on one side. I feel like they're like in the clockwork right now, right? Yeah, this star, they're calculating it, right? There's been some cruelty, right? I feel like this caused it. This person hurt a person. This person hurt a person. Now this one is stuck in a lot of anxiety, right? And I feel like this person can't get to that person, so that's what's got all these wheels now turning, right? All these wheels now turning, right? Like what? Because guidance system has been turned on. It is in... You know, we joke around and we say it's real funny to call guys Captain Save-A-Ho and stuff like that. But unfortunately, we should stop blaming guys for being Captain Save-A-Ho and just start getting on these bitches for playing damsel in distress, right? The fucking victim, right? That's how you end up in a relationship with the narcissist, right? You went to go save them because they were crying saying they were the victim, and then once you got into a relationship with them, you realized they weren't the victim, right? Then you realize they were crazy. I feel like these energies have dealt with this before. That's why it's caused them to act the way that they did here on the 3D. But there's definitely something pulling them in a new direction now. I mean, like, there's this, the extreme focus here. It's obsessive. It's deep, right? This is a deep focus, right? This person is to the point where they're stalking anything that they can. Anything that they can without being seen, without making a word, they're paying attention to, right? Wherever they can see you or run into you, right? If they know where you work, they're going to find reasons to go to your job. They're going to find ways to get onto your social media platforms. They might make fake profiles, things like that. They are focused on this energy, right? I think to the point where it even makes them feel a little bit weird, right? Because this is wish fulfillment that they can't stop focusing on, right? You got that star guidance again, right? And I tell you, the star card is all about hope and renewal. Like that is the Aquarius energy that they bring to the table, is hope and renewal. They're like, call Pacey's the crazy cat lady, and Capricorn is kind of the grumpy old goat man, but Aquarius is like the crazy old person at the old age home that's still getting into very young shenanigans, right? They like start life off as grumpy old people, and then as they age they loosen up on that and they're more childlike in their older years, right? So it kind of gives this childlike energy to everything, and it's that hope and renewal, right? It's that renewal of hope for joy, right? I saw a whole thing the other day that talks about joy, because I was kind of saying it. Once you get a taste of the Nine of Cups, then you immediately become afraid. And they said that joy is a actual emotion that people are scared to manifest. They're scared of it, right? Because whenever you think things are going really, really well, everything falls apart. You're always waiting for the other shoe to fall to the point where you manifest it over and over again. So there's this kind of hump that everybody's going to have to get over here of, yeah, stop chasing away your blessings because you're scared if you get blessed, then they'll be taken away. So instead, you manifest them away from the get go. It's the self fulfilling prophecy of abandonment, right? I'm so scared of being abandoned that I'm going to push everybody away so that they could never abandon me. But the end result's still the same. You still end up alone. I get the world is changing in like waves right now. It's rolling in waves, right? I mean, think about it. Like when you come out of Mercury retrograde, I would say Mercury retrograde, like pre-shadow is like a wave rolling in, and then you get the actual retrograde with the undertow and all that pulling and stuff like that, right? And then you get that pullback as it fades off into the distance. That's the way these kind of changes are happening right now. People are more focused on this than you realized, right? Somebody is manifesting this. Somebody is consciously, with full intention, fully connected, working on manifesting this, right? I kind of get it's this energy here, this mother energy that's like blinded to the pain as she manifests this. She's coming across as a queen of wands, right? I don't know if you can really see her. These cards are kind of hard to see. I apologize for that. She's all wrapped up in the energy, right? Goes from the conjuring in the 3D form, conjuring that 5D version of themselves, right? Energy happening here. Could be both of them too, right? If this masculine's finally on the same page, then they're finally starting to manifest with full intentions themselves, grabbing the bull by the horn, taking control of their lives, right? I get a sense of like the feminine's focus mostly on controlling their passions and stuff like that finite balance of with the Queen of Wands being able to be a sexual feminine being and being able to be the mother, right? And this is over the triumph of lies here, right? I get this person was given a bad reputation at some point. I get the masculine, especially with the sleeping card and this King of Pentacles with this all this bull energy. This could be a Taurus type energy, right? This person's sleeping a lot, or has been, or were. That's their downside, right? It's kind of just closing their eyes and ignoring it, right? And that kind of causes a lot of conflict. There's still a lot of conflict, though. There's a two of wands here at the bottom. One or the other is just kind of watching what's going on right now. Kind of get the blinded to the pain just watching, right? Because the other person's distracting themselves by not looking, by daydreaming, right? We got doors are opening here. I love this card, right? Doors are starting to open, right? There's definitely a magician that's conjuring more than they realize, right? They're conjuring a lot with their wand, right? I like this. Conjuring with the wand, right? There's definitely a message of some kind of, I don't want to say it like that, but yeah, sex magic here, right? Sexual energy magic, right? Because that's right in between these two, right? This could be happening in a dream state too. This could be something that's happening in dream states. Nine of Swords. There's someone on the outside that causes a lot of conflict about this. They don't want this happening, right? Just the idea of it causes this other person to like be squawky and annoying about it. This has the potential to be the Ten of Cups, but someone has a truth that they have to come clean with, right? They're imprisoned by whatever this truth is and they need to come out with it. Could be the feminine in this case, right? Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is being delivered to bring a truce. I'm getting it on more on this side, though. We get the Page of Pentacles. It's just, she's a different energy, right? The rest of the cups on this deck shows someone casting energy out or riding the energy like on a big wave in the background. But that's not what she's doing. She's just kind of sitting there holding her cup steady. I feel like she's kind of waiting, right? She's waiting. She's waiting for someone to show up, right? She's like, yeah, she might have a truth, but you're going to have to show up to get it. You'll have to come and get it. I don't know why that song, Come and Get Your Love, just popped into my head. Come and get your love. Right? The lunatics have taken the asylum. Something about the past here that's still creeping in. It's about these third party situations, right? Things that are happening here in the winter and the cold and the snow, right? There's some sort of third party situation, some sort of dark energy here, right? There's a lot of love in this connection, but there is a tower happening, right? It's a silent tower with this deck, right? It's like someone likes to keep their destructive behaviors behind closed doors. And there's about to be a tower to this situation, right? That's what I get. It's all peaceful and quiet in there, but really they're all in there fighting. What are they fighting about? What happened out there, right? There's something in these foundations that someone's trying to salvage, though. They're like, what? I've got a lot of things planted here. So there's something about there. I get the image of like, don't touch the floor. There's lava on the floor. Like someone's walking on eggshells right now, right? They're very, very burdened. They're very, very burdened. They're having to battle. Here's that squawking ass energy from the other card, right? Right on the same line, too. It's right here. Here's that squawking ass energy again, right? And what? Meanwhile, what are they thinking about? See how the Page of Cups is casting energy. The judgment getting ready to happen. There's a door, right? I like this card. There's a doorway. And I get the kind of energy that somebody's like, you can come in or you can leave. But haven't you ever heard of closing a goddamn door? Right? Were you raised in a barn? Right? If you're going to come in all the way. If you're not, leave and please shut the door behind you. Don't let it hit you where, don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you, right? I'm getting the energy wants to come in. I get that this person was like, I get the energy that they were trying to peek through a doorway, right? It's like they were trying to peek through a doorway at this energy, right? And when they did, it ignited this energy, right? And now that energy is flowing through the door, so the door is open, and they're like trying to pull it closed, but the energy is flowing in through the door, and they're confused. They didn't know what was going on, right? Yeah, I just get the energy. It's like they were trying to shut the door. They were trying to shut the door. Like, usually that's what they do. Usually they peek through the door. Then when they get caught peeking, they just shut the door and break it off. But this time they got caught peeking, and the energy, just like eye contact was made. It was like the door like swung open, and now they just been sitting there trying to fight to close it. But it's been, the reason they can't close it is because this is divinely guided, right? This person is such a fool. They want to make some moves. They've been left out in the cold at this point. Well, that's it. When they got caught and the energy started flowing through, and the person's like, well, come in. And they're like, I don't want to come in. So I have the energy like the person walked over and was like, well, then fine then, and shut the fucking door on them. They're tired, but they're trying to make some moves here. They feel out in the cold. And they spend a lot of time daydreaming. Spend a lot of time daydreaming. Sleeping perchance to dream. Fantasizing about what it'll be like. It's like, I get the energy like this person grew up with a lot of gaslighting in their lives, right? And my favorite type of gaslighting is called future casting. And that's where like you get all excited with somebody and you guys and you like to make plans and talk about what you're gonna do once you get a couple of bucks, once we get over this next hump, once this happens, once that happens, we're gonna do all this great grand stuff and it's gonna be so wonderful. And then it's like after a while you're just like, that stuff's never gonna happen. It's never going to happen because whoever you're dealing with is just the same toxic behaviors over and over again. They never make any changes, right? It's like this person's making all these envisions of the future, but they're not doing anything to make that happen. All right. You got anything to say before we roll out? Funny how a melody sounds like a memory. Your heart is free. Have the courage to follow it. Which wolf do you feed? Both, so they both obey me. You know, a lot of people give me a lot of crap about this one. You can take this wolf quote a lot of different ways. But how I take it and how a way maybe I can explain it to y'all. What is the saying? A weak man is a useless man. Or being calm and patient isn't a virtue unless you also know how to be violent and deadly. right? The objective is to be strong and powerful, but in control of it. Otherwise, you're just a weak man, right? There's an energy to that, right? There's a balance in that. Which wolf do you feed? Both, so they both obey me, right? You have to have something to fight for, right? What do you want? What do you want? Because everything is backwards now. Like out there is the true world, and in here is just a dream. There's nothing new under the sun anymore. I think you have no heart, and I had a mind once to give you mine. Yeah, patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. I guess someone's in like a lot more pain than they're letting on, right? Yeah, she's blinded by the pain. She's like, and I had a mind once to give you my heart. Someone's saying be patient, but mostly I hate the way that I don't hate you. Not even a little bit, not even at all. The problem is not your problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem, and she only sleeps when it's raining. Blessed be all those who walk this weird and money path with me. I love you. I'll be back as soon as I can. Promise. Bye.